Как вы расцениваете свои шансы, мистер Кастильо, в свою пользу или нет?
Я полностью доверяю нашей системе правосудия и своему адвокату.
That interview was taped yesterday as Cruz Castillo left the courtroom. Despite his stated confidence, insiders are saying Mr. Castillo is facing an uphill battle in view of the prosecutor's case against him. Stay tuned to the station for details and coverage of today's trial.
I won't allow you to testify.
Without your testimony, we don't have a strong enough case.
I haven't had a real mother since I was a small boy. I don't intend to lose her now.
You have to help us now, Harold.
Mason, thank God you're here. You know, I called your office and didn't even know where you were.
I'm sorry, I had some business to attend to.
Okay, well, all that matters is that you're here now. That's okay.
Are you okay? You seem awfully upset.
Upset? I'm frantic. I've got to get in there on that stand in front of all those people.
Don't worry, Victoria. You'll be testifying for the defense this time.
That is not going to keep Keith from crucifying me like he tried to do before.
He's not going to do that. Julia won't let him.
No, Mason. Why does Julia have to do it? Why can't you
I
question
explained
me?
that to you. The judge won't let me. Now, you'll be fine, but you got to pull yourself together a little bit.
Okay, all right. I feel much better now. Can we spend some time together before the court convenes, please?
I'd like to, but I have a meeting with Julia and Cruz. I'm late for it already. But don't worry. You'll be fine.
What if I'm not fine?
Well, then Cruz will go to the gas chamber, and his death will be on your head forever. Does that reassure you? Just don't worry about it. You'll be fine. Trust me.
I'm just saying, they're never going to find anyone with a better motive than me for wanting Elena dead. I mean, if I didn't have that alibi, if I hadn't been with Pearl, it would be me sitting in that jail and not Cruz.
Yeah, well, I'll be glad you aren't.
I mean, it shouldn't have happened to him either.
You've really done an about-face as far as Cruz is concerned, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I like him. He's a good guy. He's honest. He's got principles. I wish I could help him.
You are going to be able to help him when you testify on the stand today, Kane.
I hope so. Because then maybe it'll give me a second chance. Turn my own life around.
So, how's Eden? Is Eden coming to the trial today?
Do you really think anything could keep her away?
Well, I hope not, you know. It's embarrassing to admit how much I depend on her being there. I mean, I told her I didn't want to put her through the pain of it, but I mean, I don't know if I'd be able to go through with this if I couldn't turn around and look at her every once in a while. You know, it helps. So what the hell you want to talk to me about anyway? Where's Mason?
I'm afraid that he won't be with us today.
What do you mean? Was he taking a vacation? Is he taking a day off in the middle of my trial? He can't do that.
No, but he can withdraw from the case, and that's what he's done.
He's what?
There was a witness at the Laser Palace that night. Mason doesn't think that person should take the stand. I think that it can't be overlooked. It is crucial to your defense. He didn't agree with me, so he withdrew.
Listen, I don't want to seem over anxious here, but who the hell is this person, and why didn't they come forward until now? And why does Mason say an eyewitness's testimony doesn't count?
I can't answer 5 questions at once.
Well, then answer one, Julia. Who is this person?
Doesn't matter who she is. What's important is that I can get her to testify.
This is a woman?
Yes, that's right.
Well,
Morning.
Well, I'm amazed. What the hell are you doing here, man? Julia just told me you withdrew
I'm
from
not withdrawing from the case. Cruz, Julia overreacted to a little disagreement we had. I'm committed to proving you innocent. I intend to do just that.
It's nice of you to tell me I could have made a fool out of myself if you didn't.
Better late than never.
Oh, man, this is a little... Who is this witness that Julia just now told me about?
Someone whose testimony would carry less weight than Julia thinks. I don't think she would help your case at all.
That's not true.
Julia, the case is closed. Can we get on with our strategy for the day?
Like 2 branches of the same tree. This is really inspiring my confidence, let me tell you. I want to take the stand in my own defense.
And do what with it?
And get myself acquitted, Mason. I've seen a lot of trials that were going just like this. where all of a sudden the accused got a chance to go on the stand, he looked the jury in the eye, and he said, I didn't do it, folks, and then it was okay then.
That's too risky.
Yeah.
For one thing, they might not believe you at this point. For another thing, it would give Keith a crack at you.
I don't give a damn about, I am not afraid of Keith. This is my butt on the line, and I'm telling you how we're gonna do this.
Hey, you should see what I just found. Come here and take a look.
In a minute.
It's like opening up King Tut's tomb. I mean, you see the stuff I'm digging up here.
Ta-da!
Whoa.
Was that good?
Yeah. Where'd you find that outfit?
Oh, I think I was time warped.
I got it in the closet. You should see all this stuff. Oh, I got you something.
Oh, great. It's kind of fun, you know? Goes along with the stuff I just found here.
Oh, my God. Does it work?
Well, I don't know. I think so. You're supposed to wind it up first here. Pop this on. And voila.
I'll be darned.
Does kind of bring you back, doesn't it? Wonder what life was back in the old days. I wonder what it was like. Probably a lot simpler and more fun.
Do you think you would have liked me as a flapper?
Flapper? Yeah, I guess so. I would like you in any generation, kid.
You know how to do the Charleston?
Not a clue.
Come on. You've got the rug with me. Let's see what we can come up with.
All right.
Laken, this is ridiculous. I mean, what the heck do you do with all these clothes? So you can't wear them all. Shoot.
So I have a lot of clothes. That shouldn't shock you. You've got sisters, haven't you? Careful with that.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is like a lot of clothes. There's one of you and there's two of my sisters, and you got twice as many clothes as they have put together. Plus, I never had to lug around all their stuff.
What, should we take them all back?
No, not on your life.
Listen, are you mad at me now? Do you think I'm a clothes horse?
Oh, don't be stupid. Of course you're more than a clothes horse. You're also a makeup horse.
Oh, you're so funny, huh?
Well, I mean, all this stuff.
See why I love you so much. Hey, listen.
What?
I've got our first day together planned.
Oh, now wait, Laken.
Wait. Listen before you argue.
What?
We're going to go out, take a long walk on the beach, maybe have a little picnic lunch, a little wine. Then we're going to come back to our house and make lots and lots of beautiful love.
All right, now wait a second. I'm going to have to put that on hold.
Why?
Okay, I've got to go to the courthouse for Eden. Okay, look, I want to give her this.
What is this?
It's a little amulet that Eden used to have. Cruz bought it for her a long time ago. And we found it at the crash site up in the Utah mountains.
It doesn't sound real lucky to me. You sure she's going to want a reminder like this?
Yes, definitely. I want to get it back to her. I mean, I've been hanging on to it for a long time now, and I think she's going to need this. You know, maybe it'll bring back some luck or something.
Okay.
So that's what I got to do.
All right, sweetie. Well, you do that, and I'll wait for you here. Anxiously.
Okay.
I'm at a very important crossroads in my life right now. I'm feeling, I don't know, more hopeful about things than I've felt in a while.
Oh, I think that's wonderful.
I mean, maybe I can still make a contribution, huh?
Of course you can. Do you have any plans yet?
Well, nothing yet. Although I think I'd like to stay in Santa Barbara. I think I'd fit in.
I think you already do fit in. Besides, I'd hate it if you left. You're too good a friend to lose.
Hey, you know, we should get to the courthouse.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Hey, don't worry. Cruz is going to be fine.
Yeah, I know he is. Let's go.
Okay, Cruz, I'll just give you a little idea of what it'll be like on the stand then, huh? I'll be Keith, you be you, and you answer my question.
Sure, Mason, this is a waste of time. I've seen the man operate. I know what he's going to do.
Cruz, it's not the same when you're actually under the gun.
Fine, I'm here.
All right, good. Let's see, Mr. Castillo, didn't you spend the night alone on St. Clair Island with Elena Nicholas?
No.
But your little sister testified already that you did.
Well, my little sister arranged for us to be stranded out there, but we didn't spend the night because, you see, there was a fire and the Coast Guard rescued us.
So you did spend part of a night alone together on the island?
A small part.
Just yes or no, remember?
Yes or no, then.
Cruz, please, just cooperate, all right?
Julia, this is exactly how I'm going to cooperate with Mr. Timmons.
Well, at least he's not trying to strangle me. That's one thing in our favor. Let's move along, shall we? Mr. Castillo, is it not true that Elena Nicholas spent the night alone with you at your beach house on at least one occasion?
Yes, she did. She wasn't feeling
Never mind
well.
the reasons for it, just the facts, if you don't mind. She did, in fact, spend the night and was discovered the next morning wearing one of your shirts. Is that correct?
That is correct, but this because
and there
she
were
spilled
several
something.
nights alone on the beach. Is that true?
The nights alone, we went to the beach.
Yes or no, remember?
I don't. You let me answer. I have a right to get my answers.
Do you
out,
think
Mason.
Keith will let you do that,
You
Cruz?
damn well will, or I won't talk to the man. I have a right to say what's on my mind and give a full and complete answer. I don't push it.
Well, well. We did manage to get a rise out of you after all, didn't we? That's exactly what Keith will do, because that's exactly what Keith wants the jury to see. An angry man, out of control, threatening, a menace to society, a man capable of sudden and violent rage. Nice job, Cruz.
Mason, I need to talk to you for just a second, just a moment, all right?
Victoria, can it wait? I have to talk to Julia privately for a minute.
Oh, yeah, of course. Anything I have to say can wait. Fine, I'll be over.
I still can't believe you told Cruz about Pamela.
I didn't mention her name or who she was. I just said that she was a witness. And I thought you were withdrawing from the case.
I never had any intention of withdrawing. If you were thinking clearly, you'd realize that would only prejudice Cruz's case in the eyes of the jury.
So will not calling the only witness that can help him. Pamela's presence in that courtroom is just as important as yours, even more so.
Julia, you can forget it. Pamela is not testifying. It's a closed subject. I don't want to hear any more about it.
You are not the only person on this team. There are two of us, remember?
So are you and Mason quarreling now?
Such a...
Was this a business disagreement or was it a lover's quarrel?
It was a business, a professional argument. Listen to me, Victoria. I have a lot of problems right now, and I do not want to get into this with you again.
Julia. Victoria, hi.
Hi.
How's Cruz this morning?
He's fine. He's very strong.
Yeah, I know. It's just that he holds so much inside. Sometimes I think he might come apart, you know.
Let's just hope it won't come to that.
Yeah.
Showtime, everybody. Step right into the big top.
I guess we might as well.
And you, Mrs. Cantwell, will you be joining us?
I have to make a quick call to my director. I'm going to be a little late.
Hi. I didn't expect to see you here this morning.
Yeah, well, I don't think Mom and Dad are going to make it until the afternoon session, so I thought I'd kind of take your place.
Oh.
Plus, if you got a minute, I brought you something.
Where did you get this? I took this with me to Utah.
Yeah, I know. Well, we found it at the crash site along with some other things of yours. I've been hanging on to it ever since.
Well, thank you for giving it back to me. It always used to bring me luck. Maybe it will again.
A lot better.
All rise. The court is now in session. Judge Watson presiding. Be seated. The court will come to order.
Hey! Aren't you Miss Victoria Capwell, star of stage screen in the witness box? Babe, the action isn't there. So what the heck are you doing out here?
Feeling very frightened.
Frightened? Well, how come? There's nothing to be scared of. You testify for the defense today.
Julia Mason ain't gonna do you no harm.
So she's getting up in front of all those people and on the witness stand.
Don't worry. And guess what? I'm on your side, too. Come on.
Officer Mallory, how long have you been with the Santa Barbara Police Department?
8 years, sir.
And were you the first officer on the scene at the Laser Palace the night of Elena Nicholas's death?
Yes, sir.
And was District Attorney Timmons there that night also?
Objection. This is irrelevant. I was there. Of course I was there. What does that have to do with anything?
If it please the court, we intend to show that the prosecutor has a pre-existing prejudice against the accused.
Very well. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Was Mr. Timmons there that night?
Yes, sir, he was.
And did you speak with him?
Yes, sir. Very briefly.
And do you recall what he said?
Very clearly. He said it was an open and shut case and the defendant was guilty as hell.
Thank you, Officer Mallory. No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Timmons?
In a moment, Your Honor.
This is the address of our witness. I want you to take her somewhere else. Don't tell anyone where she is. Not even Julia.
You got it, boss.
Yes, sir.
Mallory.
Yes, sir.
I got something in the back of my mind. I know what it is. Weren't you suspended from the police force a couple of years ago for drinking or something like that? And Cruz Castillo went to bat for you and got reinstated?
No, sir.
Oh, sir, what, sir?
No, that wasn't me. You've got me confused with somebody else. That was Officer Malloy. My name is Mallory.
Hey, Hoss, you think you got enough books here or what? You gonna try to tell me you read all these things?
No. I think most of those are Haley's.
Yeah, well, you want this order literature in any kind of specific order or what?
No, not really. Just stack them up, I don't know, over there. And she can sort them out later.
All right, boss.
Hey, thanks a lot for helping us out. I really appreciate it.
Don't mention it. I'm glad to do it. This place really is beautiful. It's got a whole lot of potential.
Yeah, you think so?
I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, you got trees on one side, you got the ocean on the other. It's a hell of a romantic setup you got working here, pal.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure about the place at first, but I don't know. Haley was so crazy about it, I couldn't argue with her.
Yeah, well, that's the first good decision. Don't ever argue with somebody you're in love with. There's sometimes I just want to smack you, I swear. You gotta be one of the luckiest guys I have ever met. I mean, here you are, you're sitting on top of a career that's ready to go bang, zoom, right through the roof. You got a love affair that's like something out of a storybook. Oi, this kind of luck should happen to me.
Don't think I don't know it, too. I never dreamed things were going to be this good. Sometimes I don't know, I just get scared. I feel so lucky. Hey, what are you worried about anyway? You should be able to get any girl you want.
Yeah, well, the truth of the matter is, it's not any girl that I do want. You know what's weird, man? The only girl that ever did it to me, really got me, was Laken.
Haley! Love your costume. What are you dressed as? A bag lady?
Gee, Laken, I didn't know you were going to be here.
Yes, I moved in. I thought you knew that.
You moved in?
Well, Ted and I moved in, yes. Does that upset you?
No. I don't care where or whether you live.
Fine. Just as long as it's all up front.
Sure. Look, Ted and I are divorced, and it doesn't really concern me anymore where he lives or what he lives with.
I'm glad you're being so civilized about this, Haley.
No problem.
Yeah, I really love living here. In fact, I think Ted and I are going to be very, very happy.
It's a nice house.
So, what is it exactly that I can do for you?
Well, actually, I came to pick up some things that I left here when I lived here. They're in the closet.
Oh, is that your junk? I was wondering about that. Yeah, I've got it right here. Oh, you came just in time. I was about ready to donate all this trash to charity.
Well, here we go. Hotel California. Hope you like the accommodations and all.
Oh, yes, it looks very, very nice. Thank you.
That's good, because nothing's too good for you if you were going to testify for Cruz, because he, I'm telling you, is the best there is.
Well, I've only ever seen him on television.
Oh, babe, when you meet him, there is no chance that he's guilty of this rap. It's going to be your testimony, yes, sirree, your testimony that's going to blow Mr. Timmons' case right out of the water. I don't know if I'll be able to thank you enough for this, but thank you.
Mrs. Capwell, you already testified that you had an ongoing affair with Mr. Castillo and that it ended when you left Santa Barbara.
Yes, that's right.
Isn't it also true that the district attorney's sister, Katie, was also in love with Mr. Castillo at the same time? Mrs. Capwell, isn't it also true that Katie took her own life because Mr. Castillo could not return her love?
Objection, that's speculative.
Overruled.
For the record, Mrs. Capwell, please answer yes or no.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
Thank you. And in your certain knowledge, hadn't Mr. Timmons blamed Mr. Castillo for his sister's death? And once he moved into a more prominent position, didn't he do everything in his power to punish both you and the...
Objection, Your Honor! Besides the fact that this is personally painful and distasteful, it is speculative and leading to say nothing of irrelevant.
Miss Wainwright?
I think the relevance is obvious to the district attorney, and what he's really objecting to is the reminder of his conduct. But I withdraw the question, and I have no further questions. Thank you.
Mr. Timmons, do you wish to redirect?
I certainly do, Your Honor. Mrs. Capwell, since the defense has chosen to take us down this messy path, it's left to you and me to tidy it up a bit. Isn't it true that you had an important secret regarding my sister?
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, yes, you do. Search your memory.
Yes.
Please, say it louder. We didn't hear you. You're an actress. Project.
I'm sorry, yes.
Please tell the court in your best actor's voice so you can hear the balcony, the back row of the balcony. If there were one here, what was the secret?
Your Honor, are all these personal sides necessary? Can't he just question the witness?
Yes, I admonish you to not badger the witness.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I meant no disrespect. We all stand in awe of Mrs. Capwell's long and distinguished career in the television industry and the occasional theatrical road company. But getting back to it, what about the secret?
Katie could never accept the fact that Cruz didn't love her. One day she came out to the beach and she saw me and Cruz, and she was terribly upset. She raced off into the water and started to swim out farther than she should have. Cruz got concerned because he thought that she showed some signs of distress, but well, I knew she was an excellent swimmer, and I thought that she wanted some attention. By the time Cruz called for help and they got there, it was too late.
Yes, it was too late, wasn't it? Will you please tell the court what happened?
She drowned.
Yes, she drowned. And because of that, I was angry at Cruz, wasn't I? Held against him for many years, didn't I? Yes. But those are the facts. What was the secret?
The secret, as you call it, was I had arranged for Katie to see us together. I set it up because I thought it was about time that this crush on Cruz finally came to an end.
And she never loved Cruz or anyone else again, did she?
Look, I have felt sorry for this whole thing, and I have lived with the guilt for a lot of years.
And to ease your conscience, did you confess to Cruz?
No, not until years later.
No. After you came back to Santa Barbara. Yeah. And when you told Cruz and you told me, isn't it true I turned my anger from Cruz to you and ceased hating Cruz the way I had?
Objection. Mrs. Capwell has no way of knowing the effect her confessions had on Mr. Timmons.
Sustained. Strike that from the record.
I just wanted to get the record straight. That's how it was. No further questions.
Miss Wainwright?
No further questions, Your Honor.
You may step down, Mrs. Capwell.
Eden has always believed that it was because of my help that she was able to walk again after her accident. But I think in reality, it was more her love for Cruz.
Then why was she so insistent on not seeing him after she returned home?
She was re-injured, and I think she wanted to stay away from him so that she could walk back into his arms.
Did you see anything to make you believe that Cruz's love for her was any less intense?
No. No, they're a perfect couple.
Mr. Garver, did you ever see Cruz Castillo and Elena Nicholas together?
Once. They were alone together in his beach house. I saw them through the window.
And what did you see?
A woman obsessed with a man and a man who didn't want to return those affections, didn't want anything to do with her.
Well, hey, hang on here a second. That's pure speculation.
Sustained. Last question and answer will be stricken from the record. Go ahead, Mr. Capwell.
Mr. Garver, would you say that Elena Nicholas, for the most part, lived in a fantasy world?
Yes, Your Honor,
Your Honor.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well,
Mr. Garver, all your friends here, as you can call you by another name, Kane. You painted for us quite a picture here, a masterpiece of true love and astonishing devotion. I mean, with purity and chastity lurking in the background. I mean, did you mean to depict for the jury here Eden Capwell as a woman who just lived for the return of her lover, and Cruz Castillo as a man who was so committed and so chaste that he stayed celibate for a dead woman?
That's the way it was. I mean, I know it sounds corny, but that's how they are.
Did you know Elena Nicholas personally?
Yes, I did.
What are your thoughts about her?
She was an evil woman. I hated her. She was severely disturbed and very dangerous.
And you were devoted to Eden Capwell?
Yes, I was. I still am.
So if you had any indication of a threat from Elena to Eden, you might have murdered this woman, Elena.
Probably.
So it follows that Cruz Castillo, who everybody says loved Eden more than his life, might have done the same thing. Might have killed Elena if he thought that it would save Eden, right? I'm sorry. You don't have to answer that.
You bet he doesn't.
I'll make the rulings, Mr. Capwell.
No more questions.
I have a brief redirect, Your Honor. Mr. Garver, did you at any time consider yourself a threat to the relationship between Cruz Castillo and Eden Capwell?
I wanted to be. I loved her, and I hoped she learned to love me. But I really never had a chance, not with the love they had between them.
And wasn't there a time when Mr. Castillo could have eliminated you as a threat to his relationship with Eden, had he so chosen? Wasn't there such an opportunity once?
Yes, there was.
Could you describe that for us?
I was at a very low point in my life. I had lost my memory, and I was mixing up the past and the present. One night, I found myself at the beach. I had been drinking heavily, mumbling and ranting. Cruz was there, and Elena showed up. When I saw them, I went kind of crazy and went after them. She had a gun. She would have used it if he hadn't stopped her. She would have shot me right then and there. He could have let her, but he didn't. He saved my life. He saved hers, too.
Thank you, Mr. Garver. No more questions. I would like a quick recross, if I might.
Go ahead.
You told us you had trouble with your memory. You even hospitalized for a few days.
That's right.
Is it possibly you're suffering from problems with that memory now, that what you remembered for us here is garbled in any way?
Your Honor, we can provide medical testimony to Mr. Garver's state of mind at the present.
Oh, no, that's okay. It was just a question. Just forget about it.
You may step down. Ladies and gentlemen, it's almost noon, and I have a personal appointment after lunch, which I must attend to, so the court will stand in recess until 4 p.m.
Mason, how do you think it went today?
Well, I think we made some progress. Cruz didn't try to kill anybody today.
Well, I'm feeling kind of encouraged. Listen, would you give this to him for me?
Was there some sort of talisman?
It's for good luck. He'll understand.
See that he gets it.
Thanks.
All right. There you go.
Yeah. Bye. Bye,
Good
Julia.
work, you guys. Good job.
Bye.
Do our best.
Thank you.
A word of caution. Don't get too cocky. I mean, I had a few setbacks today, but the trial is far from over.
You're darn right it is.
Well, I'll see you guys at 4.
Mason, are we going to have lunch together?
I'd like to, Victoria, but Julia and I have a lot to do before court reconvenes today.
Of course you do. Well, what about dinner? Is that a thing of the past, too?
Well, I'll be home as soon as I can, but you have some idea what the pressures are.
Yes, I understand what pressures you're under. Obviously, you don't understand that I am under pressure, too. But that's okay. I've gotten used to it.
.416 Vega, room number 4. Capwell, what the hell are you up to?
Now this is what I like about working. Lunchtime.
Yeah, they make pretty good burgers, don't they?
That's not bad for cow meat. Anyway, what were we talking about before? Yeah. The illustrious career of Jake Morton. Now, I think it's kind of weird that I think you got more in store for you than you do. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this whole movie thing is just a start for you, man.
Serious?
Yeah. I mean, the way I see it, you and Haley should not really get too attached to this place. Pretty soon, you're going to have Hollywood calling you up. Then you're going to have to sell this place and get a bigger place with a bigger pool and a big tennis court and lots of big Hollywood stuff.
Yeah, that'll be the day.
Hey, don't ever doubt me. If there's anybody that can recognize star potential, it is me. And you got it, pal.
Thanks, sweetie. That's your stuff, huh?
Yeah. And guess who I ran into? Hi, TJ.
Who?
Laken. She had a real good time letting me know that she's moving in with Ted, the guest house.
Laken's moving in with Ted, huh?
Yeah, sure is.
That's great. Hey, actually, if you guys could spare me for about an hour, there's something I got to do real quick.
Oh, TJ, don't run out of because I'm here. I mean...
Oh, no, babe, it's nothing to do with you. It's just I figure if I'm going to do this, I should, I'll do it during my lunch hour. And speaking of lunch, I think you can have this. I'm not too hungry anymore. I'll see you guys later, huh?
Sure.
See you, TJ.
What is he running off to in such a hurry?
I'll bet it has something to do with Laken.
I'm afraid this won't do at all.
I think we got a lot accomplished today. I feel some very positive responses from the jury.
Well, I hate to drive you off the pedestal, but I think you're kidding yourself.
What do you mean?
Yes, I know we got egg on Keith's face a couple times today, but had you looked at the jurors' faces? I would bet anything that their perception of Cruz is changing.
In what way?
Because they used to have sympathy for them, and now I can see that they have seeds of doubt in their mind. It's obvious. And who can blame them? We haven't given them anything, not one bit of hard evidence to exonerate
Julia,
them.
I don't have the time or the patience to argue with you. We're going to win this case.
That is an outside chance, a very remote chance at best. Mason, please, we need your mother to take the stand and to tell them what she saw. That's Cruz's only chance.
Julia, I told you it's out of the question. It only served to embarrass my mother. She didn't see anything sufficiently material.
She can testify that somebody else was there that night.
Julia, we can get all sorts of people on the stand to testify they saw people around the Laser Palace. That won't sway the jury in Cruz's favor. It was about to open. There was a lot of interest in it. Naturally, people were there.
You are being stubborn, Mason, not rational.
Being objective.
Well, I have to tell you something. I don't agree with you. And I will tell you something else. That if you will not call your mother on the stand, I will.
Is that so?
I have a client to defend, and it just so happens that he is my best friend. And if that means putting your mother up on the stand, if that will save his life, you know damn well that I am going to do it.
That might be easier said than done.
Hey, Laken, you here? Hello? Laken, it's me.
CJ, what the hell are you doing here?
What? I walked through the house, I knocked at the front door.
It doesn't matter now. Just throw me that towel here. You gotta help me.
Sure, where do you want me to start?
Hey, don't smirk, okay? I can't get this water off.
Well, what's wrong with it?
I don't know. I'm not a plumber.
You gotta get a better grip on it. Don't worry. Wash and dry.
Wash and dry? Oh, no. Ah! Need a hand?
No.
I didn't see the news report this morning. How's the trial going?
Not too badly. We managed to plant the idea in the jury's mind that Keith is prejudiced against Cruz. I think it's stuck.
Good. Sit down, darling. Is there anything you want?
No, thank you.
This must be such a terrible strain on you. Please try and relax. Do you honestly believe that Cruz is innocent?
I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
Well, I trust your judgment implicitly.
I wish the jury would, and I could just leave it at that.
Yes, but you know they won't. Look, please, call me to the stand, and I'll tell them what little I did see.
Mother, I won't put you through that. Keith will wring every ounce of dirt and drama he can out of it, and it won't do any good. All you really saw was somebody running away from the laser palace, right?
Right.
You couldn't give us a verifiable description, right?
No, I'm afraid not.
Or identify the person? Is that correct?
Yes.
So what good would it do Cruz?
Would it at least prove that there was somebody else, at least, in the place?
No. They'd only accuse us of using red herrings. No, Mother, for the time being, I just assume nobody else knew you were here. In fact, I want you to give me your word. You won't tell anyone else. You won't try to contact anyone. Promise me that. Mother.
It's too late for a promise like that.
Why? Who else knows?
Gina DeMott.
Oh, my God.
Dear Cruz, I know how alone you must feel right now, but please take what comfort you can from knowing that you are with me in my thoughts and in my heart. The hardest part for me is not being able to reach out and touch you.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Авторы сценария Бриджит Добсон, Джером Добсон. Режиссер Рик Беновиц. Телесериал «Санта-Барбара» подготовлен к показу российской государственной телекомпании «Русское видео», Санкт-Петербург.